This is the top 5 cameras you can get under $1,000. Caveats before we start. The first 5 are going to be brand new cameras. Some of them come with a kit lens at that price, some of them do not. The next 5 that I'm going to do are going to be used cameras you can get under $1,000. These are not priced with any type of lens, so keep that in mind when you're budgeting for all this. The Canon R10 is the first camera on this list. It is a 24 megapixel camera. It will do 4K 60 and HD 120. It has dual pixel autofocus. This is actually one of my favorites on the list, and it is number 1. Number 2, this is 3 cameras in one because they're all so similar, and 2 of them actually have the same price tag, but they are by Sony. Let's start off with the similarities. They're all 24 megapixels. They will all do 4K 30 and HD 120. They all have eye detect and face tracking and all that good stuff. They are amazing little cameras. The first one, Sony ZV-E10, is $698. The next one up is the Sony A6600 for $998. The next one is the Sony A6100 for $698. So I don't know if the ZV-E10 and the A6100 are just Sony changed the name on the A6100. I don't know, but I put them both up here. Number 3 on the list is the Sony Zfc. That is that cool little retro camera you may have seen come out somewhat recently. It's an APS-C camera by Nikon, 20.9 megapixels. If you're a hipster in Portland or some other city, I don't know, you might like to do street photography with this thing. It is pretty cool. It'll do 4K 30, HD 120, and it says it will do 11 frames per second. The next one up is the Canon R100. This is the cheapest camera on the list, and I think it's $499 with a kit lens, which is awesome. 24 megapixel APS-C lens, APS-C sensor, my bad. And it will do 4K 24p, which is pretty dang cool for a camera at $499. If you've been going to Costco or Walmart and you've been seeing the Canon Rebels or those, Nikon D3300s or D3500s, whatever they are, get this camera over those all day long. Number 5, Z30. It is $696, brand spanking new, 20.9 megapixels, crop sensor, and it will do 4K 30, HD 120. Should be a solid little beginner camera, and I believe it actually has a flip out screen, so if you want to do vlogging or something like that, this could be a very good option for you. All right, we are on the bonus section. The bonus section for used gear. And this is where you can really save some money and get camera way out of your price range, but actually spend in your price range. All right, the first one is the Sony A7iii full frame camera, 24 megapixels. Oh, this camera was amazing when it came out, I think 5 or 6 years ago. One of the first cameras with auto eye detect and face tracking, animal eye detect, in fact, in this camera. You could not go wrong with going with this Sony A7iii. I cheated a little bit. This is the only one I cheated on. I found it used in good condition for $1,099. You can probably get it in like a bargain condition where it's still functioning for less than $1,000. Next one up, and I was shocked when I saw this one, for under $1,000. The Canon 5D Mark IV. If you are going to do this for photography, portraits, whatever, and you're not interested in video, this could be the camera for you. I found it in good condition for $979. It's a 30.4 megapixel camera. This camera should do phenomenal at all kinds of things, whether it's astrophotography, weddings, portraits, sports, you name it. The 5D Mark IV should do amazing for you. The next one up, number 3, the Nikon D500, which was revolutionary in its day. You can pick up one of these in good condition for $729. And this camera was built for sports and wildlife photographers. It is an APS-C camera, but boy does it kick trash. It has great autofocus, 20.9 megapixel sensor. If you are interested in wildlife or sports, your budget's $1,000, you gotta look at the D500. Next one up is also from Nikon, the Nikon D750. I found in excellent condition for $799. And this camera was used by I don't know how many wedding photographers and family photographers for I don't know how long. They're probably all still out there using them. 24.3 megapixels. It will not do great video. It will only do HD video. So this is a stills first camera, stills only camera in my opinion. If you just want to take pictures of your families, you want to start a wedding photography or portrait business, whatever it is, solid camera. Next up is the Canon 1DX Mark II. I found well used for $909, and there were better options in the $1,000 range, $1,020, $1,099 you can get in better condition. But this is a fully functioning camera, and this is the only DSLR that you could get away with actually doing video with. It will do 4K in 60 frames per second, so you can get buttery slow-mo. An amazing little camera. This thing should be a beast for literally anything. Now, my thoughts on all of this, if you're getting a newer camera, you're getting upgraded software, the ISO will be will just perform better. Your camera will actually do better in low light just by having a newer camera, from my experience. So you need to balance on how old this camera is versus what you're getting today. If it was me, if I was buying a camera right now, my budget was $1,000, I would be going with the Canon R10 or the Sony A7iii. Those seem to be the newest. Well, the Canon R10 is brand spanking new. The A7iii I still think is pretty dang new and relevant, and it would make a great camera. Let me know down in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you found this helpful, and post down there if I missed any cameras that you'd love to see on this list that you think I left out, that I forgot in my research. Post down below.